Hey everybody, welcome back to Dinner and a Tip. My name is Brenda and I'm going to be your cooking guide. So today we're going to do one of my old school favorite things that my mom used to make back in the 70s. We are going to do pork cutlets breaded with saltines. I had started breaking these and it already went sideways. So we're going to go ahead, throw these in the bag. We're just going to give these a good smush. You could do this with a frying pan. I actually like having the bigger chunks in for my cutlets. And if you can't find the ground cutlets, you could always just take pork chops and pound them down really good. And so let's go ahead, and we've got our crackers. And then let's go ahead and get our egg wash. So this is just a really simple one here today. All right, we got our stuff done, and then we're going to do some Parmesan potatoes as well. And I'm going to show you a quick trick on how to make that a little bit faster. Okay, so for our egg wash, all it is eggs and crackers. So I'm just going to go ahead and do our cutlets. We're just going to dip them in the eggs and then just press them kind of hard into your crackers. That way you know that they're going to get all the way in here. And I do have our Blackstone at high, and I am using avocado oil like I always do. I'm not one who likes leftovers. This is one of the few things I will actually eat leftover because they're so good. So if you have some family favorites that you grew up with, let me know. I can see if I can recreate them. Other than, I can't do the liver and onions, guys. Or I think the other thing I couldn't do is the tuna, hot tuna with peas. I still can't do it. All right, let's get our last one on here. Okay. And basically I did 2 eggs and I just did 1 package of crackers for this. All right. Let's go ahead and get these on the Blackstone. And for this, just, you want to put a good amount of oil down for these. And this is pretty hot, so we're going to go ahead and just set these down in the oil. And you might need to add a little bit more oil. You want to make sure the oil's covering all of the cracker mixture. So normally when I do this, I do it inside and I do it deep fried, and we go through so much oil and cost of oil, trying to keep it cheap. So next, we're going to do our mashed potatoes. And for this, what I did is I kind of cheated. I went ahead and I did these already in the Instant Pot for 5 minutes. And I'm just going to do a little bit of oil on these. And then I'm going to hit them with our steak seasoning. I'm going to hit these with the Parmesan Ranch and some garlic salt. And actually, while I'm thinking about it, let's season these. So these, I just do salt, pepper, and garlic salt to your taste. And honestly, I don't do any other seasonings. You certainly can, but this is how I grew up with it. So this is how we're going to cook it. So our potatoes, we're going to do a little bit of salt. We already did the Parmesan, and we'll do some pepper. And because I've already pre-cooked these, it's going to be a lot easier and faster on the grill, because this does not take very long. We're talking probably 4 or 5 minutes. So we're going to go ahead, throw our potatoes. And for the smashed potatoes, I actually prefer the smaller potatoes. I think it's a little easier. We're just doing Parmesan Ranch today, but you certainly could go ahead and add some bacon, some onions. If you got the smasher, go ahead and use it. If you don't, just take a fry pan. You could, because these are already done, you could certainly just even do the spatula. And for these, all I'm looking to do is get a little bit of crunch on these. And then we're going to flip them, and then we're going to add everything else. So I'm just going to do a little bit of oil on the top of these, so when I flip them, I know, like this one definitely did not have enough oil on it. And the oil is what's going to give you that nice crunch, that nice brown color. So we'll probably end up flipping these guys. a second time. All right, now that we've got our potatoes smashed, and I love this because this is such a quick, easy way to do the smash potatoes. And because I really love that Parmesan. So Blackstone's got a special right now with the 5 different seasonings. If I haven't already told you, the Steakhouse Parmesan. Go ahead and click on the link in my page and that will get you right to it. And just going to throw a little bit more garlic. And then I'm just going to do just a little bit of really light oil on these, and I'm going to flip them one last time. All right, next, it's all about the Parmesan. You can use the stuff in the jar. I don't prefer that. I prefer to, you can get like a small one of these for probably $5-6, and it definitely, to me, makes better sense. And I'm going to hit it with a good amount of Parmesan. And then I'm going to go ahead and cover our potatoes, just so that cheese gets melted. All right, let's check our pork cutlets. Like I said, they're just a little bit dry, so I just want to make sure that I'm getting that oil all the way on here. And even adding this little extra oil, it's still a lot less oil than what I would be using if I was cooking inside. And pork, you don't want it any pink in it, so I'm just going to give this about another 30 seconds. We've got our cheese is melting, but if you want your cheese to melt a little faster, just do a little bit of water. And that's going to create some steam, and that's going to go ahead and help melt that cheese just a little bit faster. All right. These are looking amazing. All right. Well, guess it's time to eat. I love this recipe just because it is so quick. I'm just going to hit this with just a little bit more of the seasonings on top. I'm going to go ahead and shut our grill off. This is already all the way cooked, but I like to have a hot meal when we go inside. All right, here we go. Oh, I love these pork cutlets. Honestly, it reminds me of my mom, my dad. Don't forget to let me know what your favorites were growing up. I would love to hear them. Smashed potatoes, on point. Go ahead, subscribe, and we will see you next time.